somewhere in your chest, on your sweetheart hit and miss. Fuck it up good. You know you never understood. Do you believe in magic? One, two, the things you do in your room when you're all alone. 3, 4, you want mom or whatever cure that was. 5, 6, finding bliss when you're drunk or you're doing drugs. When you're drunk, when you're drunk, when you're drunk, when you're drunk, when you're drunk or you're doing drugs. 7, 8, feeling brave but you never really play this game. 9, 10, feels like heaven, you're crying cause you wanna stay. Quick fix, finding bliss when you feel the heartbeat inside. When you're drunk, when you're drunk, when you're drunk, when you're drunk, when you're drunk. Do you believe in magic? Do you believe in magic? When you're drunk, 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 when you're drunk. Me too, I'm just like you and I need to fuck it up sometime. I'm stuck with ego trips and sex to a bubble bar. Sometimes I feel magic that I manage to fuck up somehow. Get drunk, get drunk, get drunk, get drunk, and I'm getting high. Do you believe in magic? Do you believe in magic? One, two, the things you do in your room when you're all alone. In your room when you're all alone. 3, 4, you want mom or whatever cure that was. Or whatever cure that was. 5, 6, finding bliss when you're drunk or you're doing drugs. When you're drunk, 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 or you're doing drugs. Do you don't believe in magic? Ibland känner jag magin, men jag lyckas ändå fucka upp. Me too, I'm just like you and I need to fuck it up sometime. I'm stuck with ego trips and sex to a bubble bar. Sometimes I feel magic that I manage to fuck up somehow. Get drunk, get drunk, get drunk. Do you believe in magic? Do you believe in magic? Do you believe in magic?
ugly. In other words, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Targets acquired.
Eagle 1, first strike. You have permission to engage the target.
Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the show. What a great evening it shall be. It will be short. Warn you guys up front. I got to punch out at 10 o'clock, an hour early. Got to go pick my wife up at the airport. And as it is, she's probably going to be sitting there mad at me. That's okay. Not the end of the world. So it'll be fine. But yeah, that's got to happen. Things, certainly go there. Anson Knowles was in the chat first tonight, and he wrote a lot of really interesting stuff. Agropolis was in the chat right alongside of him, along with Silvar Ogre. Silvar Ogre's gone to the movies tonight, folks. He'll be back at some point. Hopefully he makes it before I have to tiptoe out of here. Arakar Oak was in the house. Hopefully he still is. El Shipo Dago, I see you, brother. I see you in the house. Brickiana Rant stopped by. I'm not sure if he's still here. Hopefully he is. It's going to be a good show. Fredo Fonzarelli is in the house. I'd be glad to have him on the show. Fredo is an up-and-comer, guys. He's got his own channel. He's starting to do debates and that sort of thing. So let's give him a little love if you can, because everyone needs a little bit. Smoking Spaceman came in and had some cool. We had a cool discussion in the chat while I was playing the warm-up band music. It's not a band; it's a bunch of bands, but you know what I mean. Logical Spark is in the house. We've been having a great discussion in the chat about his cousin or something of that nature that lives over in North Carolina. It's really great. In the NASCAR-ish world, looks like dirt tracking. There's money to be made in dirt tracking. I'm going to be honest. The Cat Katibi wandered in. I would really like it, Cat, if you want to come up. I will send you the link, and you can be part of the show tonight. Normally, I'd probably do like a monologue or something, but this is going to be an abbreviated show, so Cat can come on up and entertain us all. We'll figure out how to buy chickens and whatnot. 13 obviously is in the house. I believe I saw Damien, PK, the parkour fellow. I think I saw him slide in the door. Maybe not. Maybe there's somebody else. But at any rate, it is going to be a great night, no matter what. I think we're going to start off talking about the grift, guys. The grift must flow. Oh, Seriously Shelby. I almost left Seriously Shelby out. Seriously Shelby was also early in the chat. And keep in mind, guys, this guy has school every day. So, it's good. Good times. Good times. All right. TR Finley has made it as well. I see you, sir. Mr. Mister is in the house. Thank God I'm streaming. Got tired of arguing with an entire trans chat. I could see that. Chip and Flint in the house. Mr. Boulay and the Department of Numismatics making an appearance as well. He is our top mod. I believe Michelle and Shelby also have top mod privileges. We will see. Ladies and gentlemen, again, it is an abbreviated night. I do apologize for that, but nothing I can really do about it. So it is what it is. So let's get some people up here. Let me go ahead. I'm going to go to Discord. I'm going to throw the link. Sorry, I got a message. I was not expecting. Kat already has the link. I already gave her the link. All right, cool. Let me see if I got you, Fredo. I'll send you a link. I'll get you up here too. Mr. Boulay, if you can get Fredo Fonzarelli the link, that would be great, sir. If he can come up, I don't know that he can. He may be busy. He might be working. Hey, Ben Talk, good to see you. Good to see you. At any rate, guys, one of the things that's been amazing to me this past week, I hope all you guys are watching this, and ladies too, and that is Carolyn Levitt. Leave it, whatever. What the fuck you say her name? Badass, man. Badass. Shut down the entire View, ladies and gentlemen. That woman cooks. I mean, hardcore. She cooked Whoopi Goldberg like a guppy. It was fucking hilarious. And I gotta be honest. She's getting it done. She controls that press room. Absolutely. I don't know if you've been watching the press conferences lately. I have been, obviously. God, man, I tell you, this young lady, I'm assuming she's young. I don't know. She could be an old lady. All I know. I mean, it's embarrassing. It's crazy. And while we wait for Kat to, pedal her bicycle enough to get enough electricity into her off-grid battery system that powers her laptop or computer or whatever it is that she does, we're going to, I think 27, 28, something like that. She was already run for office. She ran for office at 25. What an overachiever. I'm telling you guys, it warms the heart. The cockles of the heart down in maybe the subcockle area. Just amazing. Hold on. What we got? The trans steamers said it was a social construct, but apparently you are only allowed to adhere to social constructs that have progressive parameters. Huh. Oh, no. Tiara Finley. Levitt is 27. She ran for office at 25. It's really, what's really interesting. You're probably right. It is. Stephen probably is over there pedaling the bike to run the generator so that Kat can come up on here and talk shit. That'll be great. I'm sure that it is. But seriously, guys, I've been pretty impressed with the press conferences. Okay, I mean, it's been awesome. The rapid fire. She doesn't get flustered. She absolutely has been under control since she has been named press secretary, and absolutely killing it in a way that I think. I mean, she's just perfect for the job. Just perfect. 13, I don't know. I got a pretty nice desktop now. I don't know what kind of equipment she's working with over there. And I really don't want to know, if we're honest. So, having put up with the last DEI hire press secretary that Biden installed that was basically lying 24/7. And before that, the redheaded fool that thought that they could just insult everyone all the time. Levitt is classing up the joint big time. I'm impressed. I think you all should be impressed. I think, Mr. Boulay, it might be okay to simp a little bit if you want to, but I believe she is married with children, so Simp carefully, my friend. Simp carefully. But yeah, absolutely. She's awesome. It's very interesting. Yeah, KJP was trash and Jin Saki was. That's right. Saki. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable in 20 days. What are we, 21 days in, Mr. Boulay? Somebody correct me. Somebody good with math. Correct me on this, but I think we're like 21 days in, and what a change. It's like that cartoon where the wind blows and it swirls everything and everything's all new again. It's fresh, clean. Democracy. It's in Family Guy when democracy breaks out. They're doing the airplane bit, the Leslie Nielsen airplane bit, where they're police squad. Yeah, fucking great, fucking awesome, just so cool. Ghost 1978 says I like her. Yeah, she's married with at least one kid for sure. She's badass, almost a female version of Trump. Yeah, actually, you have to kind of wonder, you kind of have to wonder, man. She's unbelievable. And the interesting thing is, and I agree with Mr. Mister here, you really should respect women that aren't progressive and 304s. I can look at Carolyn Leavitt and say that is a strong ass woman, but she's also at the same time extremely feminine, extremely. And I mean, honestly, I can't throw rocks there, bro. I'm just going to tell you, just over 30 days in office. All right, cool. But yeah, it's very interesting for me, right? Like it's just a breath of fresh air, guys. Breath of fresh air. And it's not just Carolyn Leavitt. Elon doing his job, Yes, I believe China Grove is east of Mooresville, very slightly. And I've probably driven through there a few times. I used to work in Mooresville. It's a little known fact that I did, and did work there. It's so easy for a woman to take the other path. Yeah. We're going to be talking about that before I get too far into this. Where is Kat? Kat, so tempted to do the Hey Kitty thing. I need a sound effect for that. Somebody make me a sound effect for that. Sorry, gentlemen. For some reason, somebody's messaging me. Very rude in the middle of my show. It's okay, though. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the things we'll be talking about on Wednesday nights over the next next 4 weeks, at least, maybe 5, definitely 4, is the idea of redemption. What is it? What does it mean to you if you were not the person seeking redemption from God or from whoever? And why does it really matter? And why is it that this is an important thing to talk about? It's going to be interesting. It's going to be great. You guys are going to love it. They are bringing in the independent journalist. I'm really interested to see how that works. I know that they're looking at or they're bringing in some content creators. Going to be very interesting. As a mod, you're upset that I'm answering my phone. I didn't answer my phone. I just looked at it. What's up, TVT? How's it going, buddy? How's it going? So, ladies and gentlemen, how the hell are you? Doing all right? Everybody good? Carolyn Leavitt married an old rich guy and it paid off. She's living the hypergamy dream. It's legit. That's legit. I can't fault it. I mean, I you know, I just can't. Did Cap bail? I think Cap bailed. Sounds like Anson's. We're going to leave that there for a while. It does, in fact, sound like Anson's next ex-wife. We've already talked about DebateCon a few times. If you haven't heard, it was fucking awesome. You need to go. It was very, very good. Yep, the 304 Life, people get addicted to lust. It's a sin. Most sin is poisonous and easy to start with immediately, filling your brain. It always comes at a cost. Most just don't think about it. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Who the hell? Just so everyone knows, Barron and Don Jr. are always looking at political streamers. You could end up on their radar. Yeah, I've heard that. I mean, again, I welcome the opportunity to shill. No kidding. All right, guys. So back to the stream. It doesn't looks like Cat bailed. Unfortunately, if anybody else would like to come up and banter, please feel free to do so. Normally, I do wait about a half hour to 45 minutes in. Unfortunately, tonight, the show is truncated. It's going to be much faster than normal. So, yeah. Anyway, not USAID, though. So, one of the interesting things is all of the nonsense surrounding Progressive Victory. If you're not aware of who Progressive Victory is the organization that paid Destiny, Connor from Counterpoints. I don't know his last name. They were Erudite, Pixie, all of the Destiny orbiters. That came from that pact. That pack was Progressive Victory, and it was I'm pretty sure it was partially funded by USAID money. I think that's a real thing. We'll find out soon. Regardless, it was handed out by more or less by Brianna Wu. Now, Brianna Wu, for those of you who don't know, is a dude who's had the full body conversion done. And yes, full body. Like, it's a fake badge. Yeah. So anyway, Anson has not met Brianna yet. I'm sure that he will fall all over Wu, but he will not be able to woo Wu because Wu has a husband. I'm not really sure how that works out. So yeah, it's really weird. Yeah, you misspelled sinkhole, Chip and Flint. You misspelled sinkhole. At any rate, that's how Destiny and all of those folks got into Progressive Victory. We're not really sure how far and wide it went. We don't even have a list of the content creators that they actually gave money to and who they did and who they didn't. It's a very interesting thing, and yeah, but it's a real thing. Anybody that tries to deny it is dumb as fuck. They were trying to deny it. For a long time, if you asked, they were told no, not taking PAC money. You guys are nuts. You don't know what you're talking about. You're fucked up in the head. What's wrong with you? Believing this mythology. Well, fucking A, that mythology's fucking real, dudes. That shit was real. Unlike Wu's vagina, it's the real deal. And it's real shit. So, at the end of the day, Destiny, all those orbiters, Progressive Victory, paid for. Wick, who has a debate panel, if you want to call it that. It's more of a leftist propagandizing stream where they go to any lengths to attempt to win the argument. They can't. They have a problem getting. Well, first of all, they have a problem getting non-idiot leftists on the panel to debate. And when they do get a few leftists on there, one conservative wipes the fucking floor with them until Wick takes over in his mod capacity and basically destroys, everything. So that's the deal there. So Wick is Wick got paid by Progressive Victory. His entire channel is result being, as Rob Knorr very accurately says, he was astroturfed, where Progressive Victory sent, not just money, but also people, viewers to his channel, and sent people like Pisco, like Woo, like others to go over there and bring their crowds, and that's how he even has a channel. Otherwise, he'd be just another forgotten fuck, just like everybody else. Whatever. Progressive Victory PAC raised $1.4 million and only spent $55K on direct candidate spending. The remainder was for stuff like supporting streamers. Yes, that's accurate. That's exactly right. Anson Knowles knows. And it seems like they spent a little bit more than $1 million. So where did all the money come from? Follow the money. It's always the money. But enough about the degenerate Progressive Victory PAC. Enough, I say. Got to cheat to win. Did you really win? Whatever. Yes, FEC filings are an open record, and yet USA still manages to give people a lot of fucking money. But they should always remember that, by the way. Anson Knowles is right. There's always a record. There's always a paper trail. And when it doesn't make sense and people look at the paper trail and they look at what was going on, they look at the paper trail and they look at what's going on, and it doesn't make fucking sense, well, that's when Elon comes calling. All right, so I didn't really mean to get, off onto that tangent, although it's certainly a great tangent to go down. In other news, I spoke with Modern Day Debate today about DebateCon 5. DebateCon 5, even as bad as it was, there was a ton of potential there, and I believe that that potential is not realized, and that it needs some help, and we're going to help them. I'm going to help them, and by association, so are you. What I'm pushing for right now is a change of venue from the Upper East Coast in New York in October to Nashville in October. I'm also pushing to have conservative debaters, Rob Knorr, libertarian debater Scott, Fabian Liberty, and several others who feel like they have been blackballed from Modern Day Debate on the ticket. We're going to push for that. We're going to now I'm not taking over Modern Day Debate. That's James's deal, and that's his he's going to make that happen. However, what I am doing is I'm going to take over as much of the operations side of it as I can. That means location, venue, staffing, We're going to set up a website. We're going to coordinate the setting up of a website. I'm going to put in place how the tickets will be sold, and all of that. Where all of that will be coming over the next few weeks, so that people can start planning if they are or are not going to attend DebateCon 6 now and over the summer versus 2 weeks before the event, like this New Jersey event, because people have to ask off for work. They have to schedule vacation time. If they don't have any, they've got to get somebody to cover their job or make arrangements to work remotely. And these things are important if you want good attendance. I really do actually want people like Anson Knowles to show up. I want people like everyone watching this should have the opportunity to show up. And being able to buy a ticket, it sounds like a small thing, right? But being able to buy a ticket at $80 each way because you book it now versus $150 each way if you book it a week and a half before is a big deal. Yeah, Mr. Boulay, it's not definite we're going to move it here yet. I'm putting together a plan over the next few days. I'm going to try and submit that first of the week to James. We're also going to do also, instead of having one debate at a time over 2 days, so at most maybe 10 debates, we're going to try and have between 2, maybe 3 debates going on at the same time in different rooms, so that you can pick and choose which debate you choose to attend. And we're also, one of the things that's very important to me is having an open area for open discussion where we can have, people chop it up and just have that great interaction, so that, if Fredo Fonzarelli is there, which I 100% expect him to be there, I really want Fredo Fonzarelli and I to be able to chop it up over something and get into a little impromptu debate or discussion, and not be not be bothering all the staff, but have people able to wander by. Those are things I think that are really important to me. Other things that are really important to me is value for the ticket. The ticket where I don't know how many they sold, but we want to. I fully expect to do a large number of people. I would like, ideally, I want to have. What I'd like to have is probably. I'd like to have 5 to 7 each, conservative, liberal, libertarian debaters that are solid. And then I want to put those, top, or not top in, but kind of elite, maybe experience. I want to put the bigger name debaters against up and comers when possible. I want to make that happen. So basic, and I'd really like to have some other things. I've got a whole list of stuff, so we're trying to do that in the Nashville area. It may not be. It could end up in Dallas. It could end up in Atlanta. I don't know yet. I think one of the things that for some reason is really big to James is that it's near a major metropolitan center, when we all know that most of the people are going to have to travel no matter what, and putting it in a major metropolitan center is probably suboptimal. We'll figure that out, I promise, before anything has to really happen. So Dallas is not bad. That we wanted to do it. I was thinking Atlanta, but somebody made a good point about the amount of crime in Atlanta and how the neighborhoods can be really bad. So that's, I agree with that. I like the idea. Honestly, I really like the idea of Birmingham, because they have the motorcycle museum there, where and the other thing is I want to pick a place where people can go do stuff away from the event. Yeah, Ghost. That's why I don't want to do it in the Northeast. October in the Northeast is terrible. Ben Talk, that would be cool. Would you also be doing an audience debate section where you can watch the audience with have debates with each other without interfering? Yeah. So we're going to do a lot with cameras, I think. I'm really going to try and make that work. Hey, Ticky Tack, why don't you come up, sir? I would love to have a conversation with you if you can. Yeah, I have a viewpoint of what this needs to be. If you want, and he wants to do several a year, right? So we do it in Nashville in the fall. We do Dallas in the winter, right? And then we do New York in the spring, or Jersey in the spring. So I feel like that all works out pretty good, you know. So and by the way, I got to be honest. I'm biased against. I'm biased against the West Coast for a couple of reasons. First, everything is ridiculously expensive on the West Coast to do anything like that with, and people like me don't like to go there. So, you know, I want to, but yeah, we're gonna. So I talked to James today. I'm presenting him with an organizational plan on Monday or Tuesday, first of the week, and then once that goes through, basically, I think he's willing to let me do pretty much whatever I want to as long as he's CC'd on it. I'm going to have debaters that are not normally featured on Modern Day Debate show up. I'm not actually, as near as I can tell, in charge of recruiting talent, but I'm going to. And there's some rules for that, right? Like if you want to be a headliner debate, and we're going to drive traffic to your channel, and we're going to start, in 4 weeks, we're going to start marketing your channel. You're going to give us $1,000 deposit to hold your spot, because it's stupid of me. It's absolutely ludicrous for Modern Day Debate to rep your channel, give you drive traffic to your channel, give you airtime in the form of advertising of any kind, and then 2 weeks before the event you bail because you've already gotten everything you wanted to out of it. So I feel like that actually Chip and Flint, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to really set this up like a race weekend, which I really understand, and also like SEMA or PRI, which I also really understand, where you have three debate rooms, 3 debates going on at a time, 3 different moderators, a lot of camera stuff going on. There will be no nude female debaters. We're not doing this in Alabama. We're not doing it in Florida. We're not going that far south, gents. They're going to keep the clothes on. We're in Nashville now. And for the people who want to show up early, you can, there's the whiskey tour you can go on. It has all the distilleries from Atlanta all the way up to the middle of Kentucky. I think maybe even some in Alabama, aren't there, Anson?
What, whiskey?
Yeah, the whiskey distilleries.
Yeah, we got one really good one in Huntsville called Black Patch. It's run by a nice guy. Good
your audio is trash.
Well, hold on. Is that better?
It's really, really. Let me see if I can boost you. Hang on one sec. Try that.
Is that better?
That is better. It's still low. Still on the low side.
Let me mess with it.
How about that?
That's way better. Anson, seriously, Shelby says you look good, clean shaven. You can tell he's been in the Navy a little too long.
Yeah, well, it'll grow back. Don't worry. The ladies like me furry. Like I like them. So
yeah. So how are you, Anson Knowles? I've seen you raging left and right lately. You You seem to be causing some hate and discontent here and there, so I just have to
Yeah,
ask.
well, I oscillate. Sometimes the only time I've said this before. The reason I get into the chat is because I like to make jokes. Sometimes the jokes are only funny to me.
Yes. Ah, man. Well, yeah. So, what do you think about some of the things I talked about with the debate con? You've gone to events before. I know that you've been to professional events before.
Yeah, I've organized events, several political events. It's one thing I like to do at events is get comedians there, because like debates are great, but it would be really good to get like two comedians debating each other in a funny way. I'd pay to see that. Stuff like that. But yeah, in terms of your ideas, making
we're
it more
kind of going to have that going on. You should have seen Alex Stein and Jasmine Jafar. I paid him $65 every time he called her a whore during the debate. I paid him $5. No, pardon me. Let me rephrase. I paid him $5 every single time he called her a whore during the debate. He called her a whore 13 times. I owe him $65.
Yeah, and that's hilarious, but
that's a good game.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the problem with the modern day debates thing is that the only person there that had any real notoriety was Andrew. Like in terms of normie notoriety, because Andrew's actually been on like bigger name streams now and bigger name shows. That you need to have a few more headliners there to draw people there.
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get. Ideally, what's going to happen is I'm going to have Rob Knorr, Scott, Fabian Liberty, right? I want to have some of the kind of up and coming guys. Like I hope No Fugazi doesn't fizzle out. I think he'd be good if he can get his shit together. He got bodied the other night, and he actually rage quit against Nev, which is very funny.
Yeah, well, it's easy to rage quit against guys like Nev. So, it's understandable. You're basically trying to have a conversation with someone who's obviously delusional, and there's no point in having the conversation.
Right. And then but I would, obviously they're going to have, I think Pisco's going to be there. I don't think Destiny will be out of jail yet, so he probably won't make it. Although you've seen the latest on that, haven't you?
No, I haven't followed that. What's going on there?
So apparently, which does not affect the actual. What's funny is everybody thinks that this affects the actual court case, but it really doesn't.
You're talking about the picture she sent to him.
Yeah. She sent him text basically saying that she was going to. He needed to pay her, or she was going to report him for leaking the video.
Yeah, blackmail.
And it was basically blackmailing him for $100,000, whatever the fuck it was. And so he thinks that is the get out of jail free card, but he's not getting charged with anything for Pixie. He's being charged for that Cherry girl and some other girl that has yet to be named. So there were 4 total, I believe. So
yeah, he's just trying to bring other people down with him. That's what you do when you're a turd. You go down the drain and bring all the turds down with you.
What's funny is that makes him look. Him revealing that actually makes him look really bad. And what's worse, in my opinion, is he's on his stream daily laughing about it. Like, what the actual fuck?
Well, I don't know. He may know something like from his attorney that we don't know, but
I
But,
don't
I
think
mean,
he's smart enough to listen to his attorney. I think he's one of those dudes that will sit there and nod the whole time he's talking to his attorney and then walk right out the fucking door and not do any of it.
Yeah, I've how do I put it? Attorneys are just like everybody else. They're not more intelligent. I mean, look at Imperius for Christ's sake. But the
Yeah.
that if that's the case, if that's what's happening, I feel bad for the guy. I mean, he's had a rough go at it. He's a feminist. He was in an open relationship. He did all this degenerate stuff, and now he's going to be embarrassed if it's all true. I don't know if it's true or not. What's going? It's all hearsay. That's sort of like this is like low tier. Like let's talk about what's going on.
With Destiny, the problem is there's usually video involved, and that's not hearsay.
Yeah, well, I mean, I haven't seen the video, so till I see the video, and even seeing videos don't mean anything anymore. I've seen all kinds of fake stuff that I know isn't real on the internet now. That's a video. I mean, that don't mean anything.
Ghost 1978. Yeah, Pixie isn't the issue. Pixie's not the issue. Pixie is the distraction that everyone's talking about to keep you from remembering that the actual thing that Destiny's being prosecuted over is convincing a 19-year-old girl to allow him to record them having intercourse or other sexual activities, and then him not leaking it, he purposefully sent it to someone without her knowledge. And
is that a crime?
Cherry, yeah, well, it is because I think he promised her in the text messages that it was only ever going to be between the two of them.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
and
is that
the video. All right, so there's two things. First, the audio. At least one of the audio recordings was without permission. She said, "No, I don't want you to record me." He did it anyway.
Yeah, that's not cool.
There's video apparently that she also didn't know about or agree to, and there's one audio. I believe it's audio only recording. At least that's all that's been released. There's probably video that goes with it too. That made it that she knew he had. Said, "Hey, don't let anyone see that." And I think he may, and my memory isn't working here. I don't know if he said that he destroyed it, said he was going to destroy it, or said, "I don't know what you're talking about." But at any rate, the second piece of video also got leaked for this Cherry girl, and she was recorded without permission.
Well,
and
so
in Florida, there is a way to not record somebody or not need permission to record somebody, but because of Florida's drug history, you have to inform someone if you're recording them. Period.
Yeah, every state's a little different with their laws. I know in Alabama,
you're recording a phone call.
Yeah.
Right. So. But yeah, so the one that the Pixie's a distraction for the actual thing that he's being charged for, the actual thing he's being investigated by the FBI for, and that is Cherry and the unnamed girl. There were 4 girls total. It was Pixie. I think Erudite was suspected. She has since recanted or whatever. Cherry and the mystery girl and the mystery girl may end up being underage. I think the reason that we haven't really heard anything about that is that could be. I don't know for sure, so don't take this with any, not even a grain of salt. The only reason I can come up with that we haven't heard anything about the 4th girl that's come forward is she might have been a minor.
Oh, so it's in Florida. This all happened.
Yeah, it's Florida.
Oh, so the fourth girl might be Arthrodaya then.
No, she's not a minor. She's not that young.
Oh.
I haven't seen Arthrodaya on in a while. I don't know if her work schedule is jacked up. Hey, before I forget about it, ladies and gentlemen, the grift must flow. Well, I actually had to. I don't. Anson, were you on the other day when I had a bad headache and had to end the stream? It was
Yeah, yeah. You wussed out like an hour into it.
dude. I was like, everything was fine, and I don't know what happened. Like in 5 minutes, I went from like being fine to like I couldn't even like it hurt to think. Like I was like, fuck this. My head just hurts, and I thought maybe it was that I got dehydrated or something, but I felt like shit all day. And ended up yesterday evening, I would go on a panel and try and be on the panel for a couple of minutes or just even try and watch it. And like 10 minutes in, I'd be done. I'd go lay down. I think my sinuses were jacked up because if I laid down, I was fine. I was laid down lay down for 5 minutes, no problem. Get back up, start moving around, kind of a problem. Sit down, just kind of relax a little bit. And I don't know if it was just the air density in the house or what. My sinuses, I think, were fucking me up. So I took some Dayquil and NyQuil and called it a day early yesterday. So
yeah, you saw me trolling yesterday, Fabian Liberty, when he was covering whatever.
I saw that.
And
I tried to stay in on that, but I stayed like 30 minutes is all I could do.
Yeah, you left, but I came back later. He ran that for a long time, and he was talking about how he wanted to get on your show, and he needs to get with you, and that'd be really good. He would be like, he's an excellent like debater, and his analytical skills are top notch. I'd really like to see him on whatever or something like that. He'd be real good at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try and get him on there. See what I can do. All right, K2, keep on trucking, sends in $5 American. I am done building my set of wiggly wagons in the street of Detroit. That's gangster. I still want to say Canada sucks 1-1. That's true. How in the world is the Canada hasn't just bounced us right out? Because, it is their fucking game. It's not like anything. But, yeah, Imperious, answer my, just let me know, man. I think this is why the FBI is looking into this. First of all, I think it's a minor, and I think he crossed state lines with the information. I think there are two things that make it federal and not state. I mean, obviously, it breaks the state laws as well, but welcome, Ticky Tack.
Hey,
obviously, it breaks the state laws as well, but Imperious, isn't the reason that the FBI would be looking into it is because it crosses state lines and all that? Imperious, you're not typing fast enough. All internet is federal jurisdiction. Okay, that answers that.
Yeah, that's got to change. We got to fix that.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I think Destiny's fucked. I think Destiny's fucked. I think first of all, he's already on a death spiral, and it's just going to get worse. And more, the real problem is like we don't know what other stupid shit he's done, and there's probably people out there that the FBI are talking to right now, deciding if they're going to go forward with it.
Yeah, I don't know, and it's all avoidable. Like all the stuff that he's done, all you have to do is just not be a pervert.
All you gotta do is just keep your dick in your pants.
Yeah, I mean, and one of the things that that I was told growing up is that you're not a man until you can control your wallet and your zipper. And he never figured out the zipper part.
So Ghost 1978, Pixie did that, yes, but Cherry never did. Cherry is the one that it was 19 and she told him, no, don't record me. He did it anyway, which by the way, the guy apparently has fucking cameras all throughout his house. How do you not know that you're being fucking recorded? He ought to just have a sign. If you enter here, you're being recorded. Probably would have covered his ass. But yeah, Pixie's the distraction at this point. She's not the issue.
And what she did wasn't wrong. I mean, there's nothing wrong with blackmailing. I mean, it might be illegal.
Well, there's
but
nothing wrong with saying, hey, either you need to pay me some money or I have to go to court to get the money, right? Like, that technically is me black. Like, if I say, Anson, you crashed my car or your dog shit on my yard, I got to pay somebody to fix both of those things. You need to pay me or I got to go to court to make you pay me. And is that blackmail?
Well, I mean, no, it's just a private transaction. That's why I said blackmail. From my perspective, blackmail isn't a problem because it's just a private transaction. You're both getting something of value. One person's getting silence, and the other person's getting money.
Yeah. So certainly the revelations hurt Pixie's case. That was weird. My monitors just flashed off. Everything's still cool?
Yeah, well, yeah, everything's good. The stream's going good. I got both of them up on my screen.
Yeah, everything. All my monitors flashed off, and the lights went out and everything. It's weird, like we had a power surge or some shit. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I think Cherry's the big problem. Pixie could be a big problem. I don't know. I don't understand. I mean, I think it hurts her case, but I don't think it's that big a deal overall. So, anyway, welcome Tiki Tack. How the hell are you?
Hey, doing all right. Just staying busy. I haven't been keeping track of this Destiny stuff. Honestly, I could care less. I couldn't care less, I should say.
Your volume's a little low, Tiki Tack.
It also could be that I'm just not talking into my mic very well.
That's what it is.
Yeah, so I couldn't care less about this whole Destiny stuff. It's not my thing.
Yeah. I just I could care less myself. Actually, I don't know why I've spent so much time talking about it. What do you think about what we've talked about with DebateCom? Ah, crap.
Tiki Tack, we can't hear you.
I didn't do it. Anson, get that.
Yeah, that's me.
Is that your ex-wife calling?
No, I have to help someone who's running for office tomorrow do their campaign filings and set up all their stuff so they're compliant with the state ethics laws and the campaign finance compliance and the make sure that they know what they got to do with their filings once they have to do them monthly.
Can you hear me now?
Can hear you then.
Yeah, it looks like Streamlabs turned down my audio to nothing. I don't know why.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah. So what I was saying about the Dallas convention centers, it's like they have fantastic convention centers, even though the food sucks and the hotels suck. Like they definitely cheaped out on a lot of the hotels around Dallas. But if you're looking for just basically like a large open space, different types of catered food, I'm sure you get something catered in there. That would be a great pick. I'm not sure on their cost though. I think they are definitely a lot cheaper than Austin though. Austin would be a great place over around, but it definitely is going to be expensive to get any convention center down there. Unless you go to Round Rock, but you're basically going.
I was just thinking Round Rock. That was funny.
Yeah, it's the thing is Round Rock. You could get some great deals and a lot of good hotels, a lot of good food, but it's just the distance from the airport. That's the only drawback.
So I know that. So James has done several of the debate cons in Texas. And I don't know why. It just worked out that way. Personally, I'm kind of on your side, Tiki Tack. I don't have a problem with Dallas. but I feel like Dallas just isn't where people go for conventions, right?
Yeah, you have to do a lot of legwork on your side to bring in the amenities to make it tolerable. Otherwise, it's like what they have around there. There's not too much to do. The food is okay. Hotels suck. Transportation, it's like they don't really have shuttles, but they have like you could rent scooters around there and you get around
Yeah.
pretty easily.
I feel like that. Well, so my opinion is that, well, first of all, it's not a hotel convention center is probably unlikely to be what we want, because that's what we were in, was the Newark Holiday Inn. It was probably cheap, but and they did have 2 or 3 rooms that we could use. The problem is they really weren't done well. And the food sucked in the hotel. Like, even the breakfast sucked.
Yeah.
And a big part to me, a big part of going to a convention is I like to arrive the day before. I want to be able to go do something local. I don't generically, I don't like to stay in the convention hotel. I'll stay, at an Airbnb or something out a little way, and, have some
variety.
fun, right?
Yeah.
Like, have a little variety, be able to do whatever. And I understand James's reasoning is it's kind of central to a lot of population centers: Philadelphia, Baltimore, New York, Newark itself. People from Toronto can drive down. But I guess the problem is that nobody really did that for this debate con.
Well,
We had, there were people coming in from Florida. There were people. I came in from Tennessee. The Wilsons came in from Michigan. So
the only logic that I could really see targeting like a big metro area is if you have already a name for yourself and people within the city would want to go see the event or make events surrounding it. But MDD is just not that big.
Right. And it's not going to get big, because if people, this has been their best one, and organizationally it sucked. And
did they do any market analysis to determine like what the demographic is that follows their show?
Are you kidding? They didn't even do batch emails to let people know the schedule changed.
Well, I mean, you have to know how much. You have to know how much the people are willing to spend that watch the programs that you're marketing to, and you kind of have to know like what
Let's
they're.
Talk about that. I was having this conversation earlier with somebody, Anson. Let me ask you something. For you, you're an educated man, modest budget. Would $200 a ticket for 2 days of debates be too much?
Well, I mean, it depends. Are there going to be OnlyFans girls there?
Well, we had at least one porn star there last time. So,
well, then, yeah, I mean, that's plenty of money. Yeah, that's fine.
You heard it here, fellas. We just need to have hot women.
Yeah.
That is actually a good strategy. Get some like hot women in there. Just have them hang around and try to debate stuff. Do maybe a little whatever type bit.
Thirst traps are a real thing. So let me tell you kind of my idea of operationally how this is going to work out. Sometime in the next week to 2 weeks, we're going to have a basic website up that will have what DebateCon is, tickets coming soon, a payment portal to buy tickets, and a hint at the venue. Or we'll probably put the venue still up for determination. I think I want to do it here in Nashville. We have so many event centers here. It's nuts. And we have recording studios. Last year, I found an auditorium that we could use that actually had separate podcasting rooms where individuals could rent by the hour and go in and do a show or something, and stream that and continue to stream to their audience in a professional environment rather than their hotel room. I dislike event facilities in hotels.
I think it depends on the hotel, though. I would say there's actually some really good like convention centers / hotels down in like the Kissimmee area of Florida.
In where?
Kissimmee.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, in Orlando, man.
But yeah, that's kind of like Disney culture. I don't think it would necessarily fit with the vibe that we're trying to set up. I think Nashville would be a really good target.
Well, and you know, the Daily Wire's here. There's a lot of people that a lot of podcasters, streamers, that sort of thing that have moved here. So it's pretty good.
Circling back onto the demographic thing that I want to mention. Sure. So I don't think MDD technically has a demographic other than their cult following, which just seems like a bunch of liberal college kids that don't have money. All right. So the demographic is going to come from the people you invite. We would invite Andrew, and we would be catering to Andrew's demographic, which it seems like they have a lot of money. Fabian Liberty, he doesn't like. I don't know what his following is or was during his transition, but I know that the people who follow him do have money. And they seem to be very like the intellectual types that already have established careers.
So let's talk demographic for a minute. So. What I observed is the demographic were mostly older people, some young and some younger people, but mostly out of college, some blue collar, some not. If the Crucible had known, there would have been 200 Crucible people there. So just to give you an idea, at DebateCon, the just a standard ticket was $89. The VIP ticket was $169. That's with basically 2 or 3 weeks of notice that it was even happening. They did maybe I think there's probably 120 people there. Now, my problem with DebateCon is during none of the debates were the actual debates full. So let me just kind of lay this out. And they sold it out. There would have been more people, I think, but they stopped selling tickets because they said they were sold out.
So let me kind of lay this out because, like I said, I mean, I've put on events and I've been to big political events and hosted, done booths and stuff like that. The thing that you need to do to make it a success is get the location, the date, all that locked down as soon as possible. Right.
Yeah.
And then
the next couple of weeks.
And then you, as the person who's, organizing the event, you go to all of the streams that you could possibly get. You put together a spreadsheet and you basically say, all right, this host has this demographic. I'm going to go there and I'm going to talk to them and let them know about this event that's happening in 9 months. And you just basically promote your show, promote this event for months and months and months, going to various streams and hopping on and talking about it.
That's one way. But I have a better way. So my way is, if you want to be part of it, and let's just face it, creators want to be they want to be part of things that are cool and are happening. If you want to be part of it, again, MDD is going to drive traffic to your channel and blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. I mentioned that at the first of the show. So for people who may flake, we're going to require a deposit up front. It'll be refunded to you if you actually show up. But we're not doing none of the Muslim debaters showed up at DebateCon 5. Not one. Didn't even make it to the parking lot. You have a PPS coming through. Give me 1 second, gentlemen.
Silveroga donated $10. Super chat. Grift 1 super chat per request.
Thank you very much, Silver Ogre. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Sorry, I had a. That's awesome. Yeah. All right. So, for Andrew, it was probably a wash, but for like I'm sure, and you know, Pisco and all those guys, yeah, it's a wash. But for the guys who didn't make it, those views are driven to that channel. Plus, if we're going to have more debaters, we're going to drive more traffic no matter what. In the Crucible, you know, having the being able to involve more of the Crucible, give everyone more time to make those plans. You're absolutely right, Anson. I told James this very same thing. I told him he needed to lock in as much of the talent as possible before the event ended.
Yeah.
Like you need to lock them in. You need to have contracts. You need to make it happen. And so we're talking about that. You know, I don't know. There's I got a lot of things kind of boiling around here. So and I can't get into some of it, but yeah, the
like conventions and events, they're complex.
I can't hear Ticky Tack again. I think he's on his couch, like half asleep.
I could hear him.
You can hear. Maybe I turn my volume down. Hang on.
Hello.
Yeah. There you go. I may have turned my volume down. I don't think I did, but maybe. Whatever. Moving forward. So, all right. Let's just say that we get 5 conservative, 5 leftist, and 5, in theory, libertarian debaters together with 5 alternates, right? So 20 debaters, right? And that's easy. We can get 20 people. It's easy. We do 3 debates a day in 3 different rooms, plus you have outside. You have or not 3 debates a day, 3 debates at a time for 2 hours, for 4 debates a day, with a break for lunch, hour break for lunch. So when we look at it that way, then all of a sudden your value per dollar kind of goes up, both for the person attending who paid money to be there and bought airline tickets and or you know rented a car or whatever, drove up, you know, caravanned it with people. I've actually been really surprised at how much how adaptable people are to get to events. I actually had I did an event one time where 3 guys basically rented like some shitty ass rental car, like a Kia, for $20 a day or $25 a day. And they got in it and they drove from Nowheresville, fucking Texas, all the way to South Carolina.
Sounds about right.
And they didn't give a shit. Maybe it was a Nissan. I think it was a Nissan. They did the event, got back in the car, drove it back, gave it back to them. It's like, you know, cost them like $20 each or something by the time it was all said and done. Or maybe $50 each, and the gas, and it was you know, I'm constantly shocked at the how resourceful people are when they want to get somewhere. Yeah, merch is key. They didn't have any merch. I think that was a tragedy. There was no merch. There were no giveaways. One of the things I think is really, really huge is swag, man. You've got to have some kind of, you know, if you want people to remember the event and come back to the event, you got, you know, people that attend, there needs to be a swag bag, even if it's nothing but some stickers and shit you'll never use, you know, like a number 2 lead pencil. People like swag. So
we need the OnlyFans girls with t-shirt guns.
Yeah, if you do it in Reno, Nevada, you get a little extra too.
So the problem with doing it in Nevada is expense and Vegas in and of itself.
No, not Vegas, Reno, where the
Even-
Moonlight Bunny Ranch is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know exactly where it is. Been there. So, right outside of Carson City, actually, it's close to Carson City. But yeah. But yeah, no, I don't know. So there's, I've got a lot of stuff. I really wish I could talk like way more specifics. But Mr. Boulay, door prizes, probably. I don't know. That seems like a lot of effort and a bunch of people, milling around and stuff.
Well, what about the mechanism by which the winner of the debate is determined by the crowd?
So what they did is they used what they would do is they'd have the people in attendance before the debate started, before first arguments. They would give the prompt to say which position each debater was taking, and then say, do you think Andrew's going to persuade you, or do you think FTFE is going to persuade you? You'd raise your hand. So you're what they're basically they're saying, okay, what's your predisposition? You raise your hand. They count you, and then they do the debate, and then only the people who raised their hand the first time would raise their hand again and get and if they had changed their mind, they would, obviously if you voted for Andrew, if you thought Andrew won, you voted for him. If you thought FTFE won, you would vote for him. It was actually pretty cool, and is actually fairly accurate, to be honest. Although
none of that
honest, it was all of the debates were blowouts. There really was not a debate where I would say, or I would have looked at it and said, yeah, there was a discussion as to who won. Like all of them were, it was very clear who won. Raffles was a good idea. I like that. I'm going to look into that. So, and we might be able to reach out to like Brett Cooper. I'm pretty sure I could get Pearl to come down. There are people that we could get involved that are from the small, medium, and large size creators to be involved. And remember, this is live. This isn't just the reason that you would want to pay for this is to be able to watch your debaters live. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do. So one of the things James has been trying to do, and I'm going to recommend we don't do it this way, is I don't mind picking. I don't mind picking topics where people are going to take a religious worldview, but the idea of just debating Muslim versus Christian or atheism versus Christian nationalism is boring to me. And I would rather, I'd rather generate several debate prompts from people who buy tickets, right? And that way, we could have the debate prompt. And I think that in the interest of fairness, one of the problems I think also is that like Gnostic Informant came up, and he had to do both the Muslim versus Christian something argument, and he had to take which he's not Muslim. He basically conceded that Muslim is trash, and and then he just started debating whether or not Christians are also trash from his agnostic view. And what am I trying to think of here?
What was the second debate for Gnostic Informant?
The second debate for Gnostic Informant was against Andrew, where it was literally like Andrew was teaching him what a worldview is.
One of the things you can do also is set up a pay structure where if you have higher value people there than Andrew, like set up a table that you pay a specific rate for that you split with that person, the amount of money that the person pays just to sit at the table with that person during meals or at specific times, or maybe a dinner afterwards with just you and like the specific people that you pay to sit with. That's something that you could do also. They do that at political events all the time.
Yeah. So the $200 is kind of a high number. I just kind of pulled that out of my ass. That's not necessarily what it's going to be. The question is that it is $100 a day to see multiple debates, participate potentially in impromptu debates, and hang out with a bunch of cool people that you would not normally get to hang out with, like Andrew. Andrew threw a party for everyone from the Crucible that came. He literally rented out the top floor of a gastropub, and it was an open bar and free food for all of the Crucible crew that showed up. And so, yeah, I mean, I paid $170 per ticket for the VIP ticket, and and for Saturdays I kind of got lucky in that I got the VIP ticket, but I only paid $90 for it. And I felt like that was a bargain. So I didn't feel like I was ripped off or anything. So, yeah.
Are y'all going to do vendor booths?
What kind of vending?
Well, I don't know. I mean, no, like that's a serious question. Like,
I'm being a little facetious, but no, that's not.
I mean, if any of the people that like, the Crucible has tons of merch. Some of these people, like if Glenn Lawrence
letting the
and charging them for a vendor booth, and like like Glenn Lawrence, if he showed up, he'd have a table of Grondike soap.
Yeah,
stuff like that. I mean, these people sell stuff.
Right. Well, so here's the thing: you're not buying. So I'm seeing the reference, the parallel drawn to a concert. You go to a concert, you spend 4 hours to stand around to get in. You actually listen to music for an hour and a half. A lot of it, not necessarily the band you paid to see, and then you leave and stand in line another 4 hours to get out to your car, which may or may not still be there. It might be towed by the time you get out there, and then you go home. That's a one-day gig, and yeah, sure, you pay $200 for that ticket. However, we're talking about 2 days, multiple debates, 8 hours a day that you can participate in. And I think we'll see where it is. I don't know where they're going to price the tickets at. I'm just throwing out $200 as a number that I would feel more comfortable with, because it would cover a lot more. It would cover swag bags. It would cover the cost of bringing some people in that maybe wouldn't normally be able to make it, people that we need to help with travel fees or something like Rob Noor may need, we may need to kick Rob Noor $100-$200, for travel expenses or, whatever, or, something like that. So, concessions. We're going to do something about the food. I really did not like the way the food and drink were at Newark. I ended up paying like $6 for a fucking Red Bull. I was pretty pissed about that. That's one of the reasons I don't want to go back to the Northeast is their war on soda, their war on basically everything fun in life sucks balls. It sucked the fun right out of life. And $6 for a fucking Coke or soda or $3 for a soda and $6 for a fucking Red Bull is a nut punch I was not prepared for.
Well, that's one thing about venues that has just been that kind of suck, is that they try to force you into using their services, their food providers, and all that stuff, and it's all just crap for like super expensive.
Got a TTS coming in. Stand by.
Just Gerald donated $10. Super chat. I'll throw 200 in for Rob now to attend.
Yeah. I mean, I really want Rob. I talked to Rob today. I made it a point today to talk about both Rob Noor and Fabian Liberty, who may or may not have been blackballed by other debaters. I made it a point to say that I personally would like to see them, and if I'm, be there. And James didn't seem to think that there was any. I mean, he didn't even seem to recognize their names. So I don't think it's him that is preventing them from showing up. And I got to talk to Scott about that.
Weird thought.
Sure. Thank you, Jess Jarrett, for the $10. By the way, I'm sorry.
What if we get whatever to quote unquote sponsor the event and have Brian come over with some OnlyFans?
All right, so they did in fact have sponsors. They had some atheist group sponsor as a sponsor, and then they had they had a couple of sponsors. I am actually looking for sponsors. If your company, organization, or whatever, if you feel like that you would benefit from sponsoring DebateCon, please reach out and get in touch with me. We'll make it happen, Captain.
I'm thinking of it in the sense of whatever might be able to attract a crowd.
Well, I'm hoping to have. Well, I'm going to pitch to Brian that, and actually, I hope he's watching right now. Send him the fucking link so he could come on. Sometimes he does. It's like once every 100 shows or some shit. But I'm going to talk to Brian about coming out to DebateCon support. So, look, I'm going to put this out. I'm just going to throw this out there. I'm going to try and get Andrew and Brian, who are partners in Debate University, to help sponsor the event. I'm going to try and get DPH and the other fellow that's in that, and I can't remember his name, to come out and have debate clinics during the weekend that you can go to when you're not watching a debate, or to critique debates afterwards, so that if you watch a debate and you just want to understand why that person got their nuts handed to them, you can go and say, DPH, what the fuck happened there? All right. So I have a lot of little things swimming around in my head that are possible. I just have to know. I just have to get to how to make it work.
Yeah.
And
what you're talking about is turning it into a joint venture instead of just under modern day debates.
Well,
I feel like it has to go that direction.
It already has gone that direction. I mean, the minute he took sponsorships, right, it becomes at that point. No, modern day debate is their event, but there can be sponsorships, right? Right, there can be people that are participating in it as well, and I think that it benefits modern day debate a lot to get behind this. And it doesn't have to be Debate U. We could just have we could have Rob Noor giving debate clinics. I could go to Vanderbilt and get one of the debate team coaches to come out and critique. Get a picture have him give a Socratic review of the Bloodsport debate that he watches. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities here. A first thing that has to happen is I think this event needs to be about 400 people. I think there need to be 400 people in attendance.
Yeah, Fredo's onto something in the chat about the commentator.
Yeah,
having
absolutely.
a continuous live stream.
Yeah, and I'm going to talk to Grace. Shockingly, Grace Thorpe has talked about this a lot. If her dumb ass had actually talked to me today instead of blowing me off, not literally. I know, are you fucking Anson up there? If she had actually just there was a couple of things I want to talk to her about. I said, hey, let's get back to me, and I sent her a message. I actually sent her this is pretty funny. Let me see if I can pull this up. This is pretty fucking funny. By the way, everybody put your thoughts out towards Glenn and RP Thor. Glenn is on his way to the hospital. I'm going to assume that RP Thor or someone in that group is not having a good evening. So thoughts and prayers out to Glenn and gang. So let me I'm going to share my screen here. This is what I sent this to what's her face earlier, because I don't actually like Grace that much, but whatever. No, wait, hang on. Yeah.
No audio.
No audio. All right. Hang on, I'll kill it. Give me 1 second. It's a great scene. You know why? It's because I don't automatically select it when I do that. When I go to select, I have to manually select sound. That's why. So I sent her this just because I'm a dick.
Grace! Grace!
Look, I can give you every assurance, Mr.
I thought that was. Oh wait,
That
I
Ferris
think it
is
gets one
home,
more.
and he is very ill. In fact, I debated whether or not I should even leave him.
Grace!
I just thought that was funny. I'm sorry. I thought that was very, very funny. I just thought it's funny.
It's a good one.
It is good, right? I just thought it was funny. And that's what happens when you don't answer, is I amuse myself. ZD Den is in the house. How about that? Invite Chaotic Truth. I want Chaotic Truth to be a moderator.
He's good at moderating.
He's good at something. I agree with that. Yeah.
Get some of those black Hebrew Israelites up on the stage to debate.
I was supposed to debate black Hebrew Israelites versus Christian nationality, taking the affirmative with Andrew. Andrew and I were supposed to debate them. I never saw them. Didn't show up. They weren't there.
Cowards.
Yeah. They didn't show the fuck up. Of course, Andrew was wiped. They could have probably beat us because Andrew was wiped out. And I don't know the first fucking thing about black Hebrew Israelites. What the fuck do I know about that? You know, like they could have said anything. I'd be like, yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I ran into one of them on a dating app.
Wait, what?
There was a chick who was one of those black Hebrew Israelites I was talking to on a dating app.
John Dedman, yes. I was going to debate at Debate Con, an impromptu debate, an unscheduled debate. Andrew and I versus black Hebrew Israelites versus, with the subject being Christian nationality or nationalism. Debate didn't happen because they're punks. They punked out. Didn't show up.
You know, if you were to host DebateCon over in Austin, it would be a great opportunity for protesters to come out and make a scene.
Well, that's why I want to be in Nashville and not San Francisco East.
No, I'm saying the protests are a good thing.
You think so?
Yeah, a lot of media coverage.
Oh, I think we're getting a lot of media coverage anyway. I'm gonna really try. I won't be able to because I don't have that pull. I'm going to try to get Brett Cooper to come out. You know who I would like? I would love to see Rob Knorr debate Ben Shapiro.
He only really likes to debate idiots.
Yeah.
That's his shtick. He has to look better than the people around him.
Well, that's not hard, honestly. But I'm really trying to put together a debate for Rob Noor that's Rob Noor worthy.
Kyle Kalinske from Secular Talk.
Who?
Kyle Kalinske from Secular Talk.
Really?
I think he's kind of going downhill right now, but I think he was at a debate con a number of years ago.
Okay.
What jurisdiction? So this will be during the 2026 election cycle.
No. This will be in 6 months.
In 6 months. Well,
October.
Okay, yeah, that's before then. People probably. Well, I mean, some people might have announced that they're running for office in the primaries for various political parties. You might be able to get two candidates for a Republican office to debate each other at the event, depending on which jurisdiction you choose.
If we were in Austin, we might get Rogan to come take a look. He doesn't debate. He does judo or jujitsu or some shit. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, the problem with finding someone for Rob Noor is like very technical. It's very difficult to find someone. What would be great is if there was a female debater that could debate Rob Noor and not run off screaming. That would be great. Who's Kylie? Who are we talking about, Kylie?
Yes, Lauren B. That's Kyle Kalinske, I think she's talking about.
Oh. Okay. Is there an MMA ring in Nashville? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I'll just say, Grid, he had to be at another level of crazy in order to offer to host the operations of an event like DebateCon.
Oh, I literally said I don't want to take over modern day debate. I don't want to. It's still totally James's thing. I just want to take over operations, and I'm doing it for free. So
yeah,
keep the grift coming.
It takes a unique kind of person in order to step into that, because just any sort of event management is just so anxiety and stressful inducing, 24/7 work until the event is done and over with.
Well, I really need debate. I need someone for Fabian Liberty to debate with, and I need someone for Rob Noor to debate with. So
bring Non-Fun around for Econo Boy.
Econo Boy may be good for Liberty, but Econo Boy gets smoked by Rob Noor. And I honestly, I've never seen anyone more quiet than Non-Fun when Rob Noor was on panel the other night. That was hilarious, actually.
Wouldn't it be best to ask these people who their arch nemesis is?
I did. I asked Rob Noor today who he would, if he had his druthers, who he would debate, and he said, I have no idea. And literally his entire chat was talking about him debating Destiny again and wiping the floor with Destiny again. So
Destiny's old school. Yeah, he's about to go by the wayside. We need to find out other people.
Well, that's what drugs do.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
So there's a shortage of liberal debaters, is what I'm hearing.
There's a shortage of good liberal debaters.
Oh,
that can debate more than one subject. Like Non-Fun always wants to debate tariffs right now. That's all he wants to debate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he would be ready for an MDD debate anyway.
Yeah. But he would be. It would be cool to get him to come to DebateCon because he interacting with other debaters it helps you grow. The problem is that so many of these guys, so many of the content creators, I've been watching a lot of channels. I got a lot of time. I got a lot of time to just kind of listen to things in the background. And these guys, they think that they're operating in a world stage because they're on the internet, but a lot of them are just operating in a vacuum with a bunch of noise filters on, and they don't have that opportunity to actually go and talk in person to other people who are doing the same thing they're doing, even if it's on the other side. Like, Pisco's actually a pretty cool dude. His arguments are dog shit, but he's a cool dude, right? I hung out with a lot of people at DebateCon, and Gnostic Informant is a pretty decent dude. He's just weird. Right? The only person, honestly, like Wit Sidit is a tremendously accomplished debater. Like, that dude was on it. Like, if you watch his debate with Wu, it's ridiculous.
He's good with the rhetoric. He definitely knows the skill of debate.
He has all the fallacies like memorized. It was hilarious to watch. He must have a very specific ism, because Wu would go on a tirade and Wit Sidit would answer back: obfuscation, appeal to authority, ad hom, red herring, will you please answer the question?
Yeah.
Just rapid fucking fire.
Yeah, well, a lot of
debate. Sorry,
definitely a lot of Brianna Wu's like arguments was anecdotal projection. That was literally like half of his arguments.
Well, you could pull from the list of the dumb chicks on whatever, like Desiree, or like that Isla chick. I mean, they're egotistical enough to think that they could do something like that. They'd be perfect for it.
Well, I do think that there should be. I'm glad honestly that you, because I was taking this way a little more seriously, but having a little comic relief of having attractive and maybe not quite so smart young ladies out there could be a real thing.
Desiree's really smart. She's got a degree, remember?
Well, here's what I would predict with Desiree if she showed up at that con. She would get drunk, and around like 7 or 8 o'clock, she was passed out on the lobby couch.
Who's this? Desiree.
That's what I would predict would happen.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And then I'd have my opportunity to save her.
Yeah.
Give her a hotel room.
Yeah.
Just kind of going back to what we're talking about. I do think that having a play-by-play or debate analysis in real time. I think that Grace Thorpe, I think, would be very good at that. She did debate in high school. She's good. She's used to being on camera. All of the qualifications. But you have to stick her with someone. I just don't know who that would be, So, and not her dad. So, I don't know.
Can we get some like game streamers in there to just be trolls for the event and just like approach people and just ask obnoxious questions to put them on social media?
Dude, let me tell you, man. There was this guy. He's in some pictures and some video. The best debate. Teriak would be the perfect person to sit with Grace, but I don't think he's got a passport. And Irish. So so this dude, and he looked like kind of Persian, not really Persian, kind of, I don't know. Had the beard, whatever. It's hard to tell in that area whether they're Italian or Persian or whatever. You just don't know until you ask. So this guy argued all fucking day, at least 6 hours, maybe 10, against anybody who would step up. I'm not kidding. Not kidding. He never quit. He moved the goalposts so often. At one point, I asked him to please bring them back to Earth. I'm not on the Starship Enterprise, and I can't see them from here. And he did not appreciate my humor, but everyone else did. And then I tried to, he couldn't even define his position. I helped him do that. And then he immediately changed the position again. But his basic argument, if you believe that he even understood his basic argument, was that all religion is unnecessary and bad. No real definition on what bad was, just bad. And humans, that's us, can fix our suffering ourselves without the need of a God figure of any kind or belief in anything but ourselves.
Yep, there's a lot of presuppositions in that take.
And oh my God, it was fucking it was literally 8 hours that I watched atheists getting frustrated with this dude. Like literally, there's this girl that was there. I find out later that she's like super. I thought she was probably a college student. Turns out probably not quite in college yet. And she was there with this Dawkins guy who's an atheist. Wrote a book or something. Like really popular, big, huge guy.
Yeah, he's got good books. I've read them.
You read them? Yeah, okay. So she was there with him as like an acolyte or something. I don't know. And she was rolling her eyes back in her head at this guy's takes. Like, it was great. Mm-hmm. It's great. And that was one of the greatest arguments of the debate. It was never ending. And people would just tag in. And there'd be 8 people standing around this table arguing with this guy or watching the argument.
Wait, are you saying Richard Dawkins was there?
Yeah.
At the debate thing you were at?
Yeah.
The old guy?
There was an old guy there. Yeah.
Named Richard Dawkins.
I believe so.
Oh, if I would have known that, I would have gone. I want to meet that guy.
Okay.
He's really cool.
If you say so.
Yeah.
The girl that worked for him looked like a board with hair. So, just your style.
Yep.
Too young, though. Too young. Also, she had a very interesting personality. When we were trying to have an argument or a discussion, it was very interesting. But anyway, there was a lot of. I mean, it was a great event. So much potential to be an amazing event, and it'd be great. So,
was American Atheist the sponsor that you were talking about?
Yes.
Or was it? Okay, yeah. I've been to a few of their conferences.
Or United Atheism or some shit like that.
Yeah.
You could look.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, but you were there. I could ask Grok. I've got Grok opening.
But here's the thing: the minute I hear atheist, I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Same.
I just quit listening at that point. I'm just like, yeah. It becomes. Yeah. It's not even white noise anymore. It's like blue noise. It's me.
Well, it's the thing is that it kind of leads back to the entailment of what atheism is, and it's like it's everything and nothing, and it's like there's no specific take behind it, unless you want to go the anti-religious argument routes, which is like, that doesn't necessarily encompass like atheism, except for the people who want to be dramatic and trolls.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's fun.
I don't know if I'm going to fix it, Michelle, but I'm certainly going to try and make it better. Got to make it better. And now that I have I have tacit approval to do so, let the games begin. So.
Yeah, so I've been on Grok here while you were talking, asking it for female prominent blood sport debaters online that have been on the whatever podcast, and there's a whole list of them for you, Grid. I mean, all you got to do is get on Grok for a few minutes, and you can find leads for people that.
Or you could simply copy that list, paste it into Discord, and I won't have to do anything.
You're right, and you know what? I'm the right level of whatever it is that makes me want to do that, I'll probably like look up 40 or 50 names and find hyperlinks for you to be able to contact them and put it into a spreadsheet. So
you didn't ask for a night off from debate tonight. Well, you got one, didn't you? What's up, Wally? I got 15 minutes left. Wicked Wally's going to be there. I want Wicked Wally to debate somebody like cool. Not Chip and Flint. I'm making DebateCon great again. Don't get it twisted. We're not building anything back. Nothing got built back better. Nothing. Yeah, we're definitely going to fix the food. I don't know about the rooms. I'm not a hotel guy. We'll have to deal with that somewhere else.
There was only like one convention that I went to where the food was actually fantastic. And from what I heard is that they flew in 2 chefs and like hired an like an external catering, like kitchen or whatever. And some of their employees that actually got all the food delivered into the convention floor. But that sounds expensive.
Yeah. So the food, let's talk about the food for a minute. So Andrew was a little aggravated about the food, and rightfully so. So it was not Subway sandwiches. It was, I kid you not, it was the hotel's sandwiches they sell in the little snack bar area. I originally had thought that it was a policy of the hotel that you had to buy the food from them. Doesn't appear that was the case because that very evening before we left, Andrew ordered a dozen or half, I think 10 pizzas, and we had he bought pizza for everybody that was still there. It was delicious. I enjoyed it. And
did Corinth really eat ham?
Sorry,
did Corinth really eat ham?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to what Corinth was eating. Corinth is hilarious, though. He was actually he's pretty chill in person. So
you can get Grok to give you the list based on the number of followers they have on YouTube.
I'm glad that you're doing this for me, Anson, because you seem way more invested in it than I am. Well, I think it's that Anson just wants to know which one of these women are single.
Well, doing political stuff, I was primarily the research training guy. So that's like what I enjoy doing.
I got you. Yeah, no, the food sucked. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. The eggs were horrible for the breakfast buffet. Just no good. Not good at all. Coffee was okay, though, which that was the only saving grace, was the coffee did not suck. Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, actually, Andrew's saying the subs were from Subway. That's why I have to correct this, is because if they'd been from Subway, I wouldn't have been as pissed off. But they were not. They were from the fucking snack bar, and they were terrible, I believe. There was soda. There was chips, but all of the chips were like the leftover shit that the snack bar doesn't sell, like jalapeno shit and mega fired fake Doritos and stuff like, all the stuff that the hotel's snack bar doesn't sell out of. So yeah, it was pretty terrible. So we got to do better than that. So yeah, Wally, there's no blackjack and hookers. Damn it, that boy.
Well, maybe on the 4th floor.
Okay, all right. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I have mentioned, or as I mentioned earlier, the last hour of this show is not going to happen. I have to go pick my wife up from the airport. The missus needs a ride, and I am that ride. And we're going to go, I got to go pick her up, which means the show has to come to an end. Ticky Tack, Anson, let's do some outros and say nice things about people, and we'll get the heck out of here.
The nicest thing I have for you, Grid, is you're freaking crazy for taking this task on.
I know.
But yeah, thanks a lot for having me up. Yeah, it's
Yeah, absolutely.
I always like talking conventions. I used to volunteer a lot in them, so it definitely brings back old memories.
It was great having you up again. It's been a while. I'm glad to see. I hope things are slowing down for you, where you can get back in here and
it's getting worse. It's absolutely getting worse.
Well, I'm glad that you made the executive decision that I was more important than whatever it is that you need to be doing right now.
Yep. I was about to fall asleep, but then I was like, I've been putting you off for a while, so I'll hop on for a bit.
I appreciate that. I do.
Yeah.
All right. Well, have a great rest of your night. Anson, how about you, buddy?
Wear glasses if you need them and get off my lawn.
That's my line. Anson, Anson needs a shave. That man is shagging. Ladies and gentlemen, the show's coming to an end early tonight. Nothing I can do about it. I got to get out of here. You folks have a great rest of your night. I'm not sending you anywhere. Go find somewhere to hang out. If I get back early enough, maybe I'll jump over on the verbal combat and do some arguing, and wreck worldviews and that kind of thing. Otherwise, I'm going to go to fucking bed, and you can't stop me. So you guys have a great rest of your evening. I will be here tomorrow night. It will be a great show, and you guys be cool. Wear glasses if you need them, Anson Knowles, and get off my lawn.